Greetings from the Wall of the North, or as it's also known, Sweden. It's really cold here right now. You really don't want to be here right now. But kidding aside, welcome to another screencast with me, Pontus Rufelt, or as I would pronounce it in my native Swedish tongue, Pontus Rufelt. Today I have the pleasure of introducing you to another great product from Strezov Sampling. Last time around, it was a choir library by the name Storm Choir. But today, it's something entirely different. I get to introduce you to Thunder, which is a wonderful new percussion library. Now, there's a lot of percussion on the market, as you probably know. I mean, there's a ton of percussion on the market. So, what's Thunder about? What's the purpose of Thunder? Well, I'm a huge film music and trailer music buff, so obviously I listen a lot to that kind of music. And many action-oriented film tracks and a lot of trailer music tend to have some really dry percussion that they put in front of the orchestra mix-wise, and it makes the mixes so much clearer, so much deeper, and so much punchier. So that's what Thunder is about. It seeks to fill that void in percussion, because personally I think there's very little drier percussion on the market that's good. It tends to be very flat in the sound, and that Thunder is certainly not. They really managed to preserve the body of the instruments. You can really feel the membranes vibrating on the percussion when you play it. So just truly wonderful, truly wonderful. Just like last time, today I'm going to take you through all of the patches so you can see what it sounds like, well, hear what it sounds like, and take you through the interface and show you a couple of things that I did with the library. I had a lot of fun playing around with it. So let's delve into it. And so here we are. I've loaded up every single patch from the library. There are 13 different patches, and everything was recorded in a room, so it has a drier, punchy sound, just like we discussed earlier. And everything has 8 times round robin and 10 dynamic layers. And I should say right away too that this isn't a traditional percussion library where you have separate percussion instruments, like, oh, here's toms and here's this and here's that. No. Instead, every single patch is a combination of different percussion instruments that sound cool together. So you'll get a cool cinematic sound out of the box. So let's take a look at the interface. As you can see, there are 2 different mic positions, the close mics and the room mics. You can mute or solo them, you can change the relationship between them, or you can turn it off entirely, clicking this button, which also unloads it from the memory footprint. By clicking this button, you reset the round robin. And here you can configure at which ranges of the keyboard that the patch is playable. So as I pull it up and down, you can see that it changes. And this is really useful when you create your own master patches, because you can simply take a bunch of patches and put them on the same MIDI channel and then configure the key ranges so that different patches are playable at different parts of the keyboard. That way you can have a bunch of percussion using only one track in your sequencer. Now up here, we have the velocity sensitivity knob. And what happens when you pull this down is that the low velocities become louder and louder. And because I think we tend to hang out a little bit too much in the high velocity ranges because we want a huge sound. And then it can become a little bit tinny sounding. And the low velocities are so rich in tone. So by pulling this down, the low velocities become more audible, louder, and more huge sounding. And that's really, really useful, and I encourage you to play around with it because you can get really cool sounds. So now I think it's time to just play through all of the patches so you can hear what it sounds like. Start with Camel Safari, which consists of 2 grand casas, 2 detuned timpanis, 4 Bulgarian tupins played with sticks. Now Click-Clackers 1, which consists of 4 tupins, 2 grancasses, and 2 timpanis played at the rim. And Click-Clackers 2, which is 8 toms played at the rim. Dawn Rider, which is 4 tupins, played with short sticks, 3 high toms, and 1 mid tom. Dervish, which is 3 tupins, 1 darbuka, tambourine, I think I'm pronouncing that right, 1 darbuka, tambourine with snare drum, and 1 floor tom, 1 grancassa, and 1 snare drum. Greater Beasts 1, which is 8 normal toms. And Greater Beasts 2, which are 8 slightly detuned toms. And Metal Freak, which is a funny name, which is 5 small anvils. Then we have the Mountain King, which is 2 timpanis, 1 grancassa, 2 snares, 3 toms, all played with brushes. Pirate Ship, which is 8 snares. and the Hulk, which is a lovely name, 2 grand cassas, 2 detuned timpanis, 1 kick drum, 3 low toms. And Voivoda 1, which is through tupins, 2 floor toms, 2 grand cassas, 1 snare drum. And Voivoda 2, which is through tupins, 3 tupins, 2 floor toms, 2 grand cassas, and 1 mid tom. So I thought it would be a good thing to show a couple of things, small things that I did with the library, and also to show you some of the manipulation I did to the patches, because the sample content is really good. So you should really experiment with some manipulation, just some simple effects and adjustments of the patches. So that way you can get some really cool different kind of material other than the included patches. So let's listen to this. Here I'm only using the close mics. I manipulated some of these patches a lot, like the Hulk, by EQing out all of the lows pretty much. As you can see here, I got it to sound almost like a clap. I also pitch shifted a lot of these instruments here, another the Hulk and greater beasts. And in context, that almost sounds like some kind of ethnic instrument. Same thing with greater beasts. Just some simple pitch shifting. You can do a lot with that. Now let's take a look at another one. And here I did a lot, especially through Voivoda 2, which, as you can hear, I've made into a kind of sub hit. Let's see. Where are you? There you are. And that I did by simply putting a low pass filter on it, detuning it, tuning it down a couple of steps, and boosting some of that really low frequency range. It became a really nice, smooth sub hit. And I also did some things to the click clackers. I put a delay on it, and I tuned it up a lot, and also lowered the velocity sensitivity knob a lot so that I can get really punchy hits even at low velocities. I also tuned the Dawn Rider a lot. Which makes it kind of ethnic sounding, I guess. I really like making the Hulk patch into some kind of clapping patch. It works really well. So as you can see, you can really easily, with just some EQing, some tuning, and some delay, make some really cool stuff. And obviously just putting some reverb on some things and not on some other things, you can achieve a very full, deep, awesome sound. And so I hope you found this screencast helpful, and I hope that you will all buy this product. It's a good product at a great price, and I can't wait to see what all of you make with it. So thanks for watching.